From Speed's bodyguard saving his life in Thailand, to security stepping in when things turned violent in public, these are 12 times IShowSpeed was saved by his bodyguards. And to understand why these moments matter, you have to go back to when none of this existed yet. There was a time when Speed's entire world fit inside one room. A desk, a chair, and a camera pointed at a screen. Back then, all the chaos stayed online. If something went too far, the stream could end, and the world would disappear with it. But as the audience grew, the screen stopped being a boundary. People didn't just watch anymore, they followed. And once Speed stepped outside, the stream stopped being something that happened in a chat. It became something that happened in the street, in crowds, in places where there was no pause button and no way to reset a moment once it started. That's when two figures began showing up behind him, almost quietly at first. One of them rarely spoke and never seemed interested in the camera. He watched the people instead, like he was always a step ahead of whatever was about to happen. Henry was his name. At first, people didn't know much about him, just that he worked protecting public figures in the UK and had been around big names like the Sidemen and KSI. There wasn't a big introduction or a public backstory. He didn't really announce himself at all. He just showed up, stood in the right place, and started doing the job. And over time, that was enough for people to realize he was right for it. The other one stood out immediately, bigger, more expressive, reacting to the world around Speed like he was part of the moment instead of just standing behind it. And before Speed ever explained who they were, chat did. Rudiger wasn't just another guy in black standing behind Speed. Before any of this became live stream content, he was already used to controlled chaos.
Out the way!
Instead of crowds and cameras, his world used to be film sets. He worked as a professional stuntman in Hollywood, appearing in major productions alongside famous people. So when he stepped into Speed streams, he didn't carry himself like someone trying to look tough. He carried himself like someone who already knew how fast things can go wrong. With attention came expectations. Because now, whenever something went wrong, people didn't just look at Speed. They looked behind him, and that's where these 12 moments really begin. We'll start in Thailand, when Speed went live and immediately turned the stream into a real-life situation. He got out of the car, spotted an elephant, and asked if he could ride it. The owner let him climb up, and at first it looked like a normal moment. But then the owner had the elephant do a trick, lifting Speed way higher than he expected. And at that height, Speed started to fall off. That's when his bodyguards and the elephant's owner grabbed him before something very bad happened. Then in Paris, a fan runs up out of excitement, trying to get close to Speed. Before things get out of hand, his bodyguard quickly pushes the fan away. Some people didn't like what they saw. Even Speed himself said the fan was good.
He's good.
The point isn't what that one fan meant to do. It's what happens when everyone else thinks they can do the same, which is why the next moment doesn't even happen in the street. It happens inside a car. In the Czech Republic, Speed is sitting inside while fans start banging on the windows. He keeps telling them to stop.
Don't bang, do not bang, don't bang, don't bang.
They don't back off. So his bodyguard steps out and physically clears the space around the car, just to make sure they can leave. And by now, you can tell this isn't about reacting anymore. It's about staying one step ahead, because sometimes the danger doesn't look like a crowd at all. Over in Nigeria, the risk isn't someone rushing Speed. It's Speed not realizing what something means on camera. When Speed arrives on his Africa tour, people greet him with handshakes and signs he doesn't understand. Henry immediately warns him that those gestures are gang signs.
Careful, because there's a gang sign. Certain gang signs.
And if someone took that clip out of context, it wouldn't just look wrong. It could turn into a story Speed never meant to be part of. And by this point, it's clear the risks are getting bigger, because now it's not just one person, it's hundreds. In China, Speed starts the stream and immediately gets surrounded by a massive crowd. The number of people keeps growing so fast that police have to get involved, and even tried to end the stream. His bodyguard steps in and starts controlling the moment, saying they need to leave before it gets worse.
What are you, a dancer?
Yeah, up there.
Oh, you just dance in the street?
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What happened?
Home now.
What happened?
已经关了。
What happened?
We gotta go. Come on, we gotta go.
For what?
Too many people.
And officers warn that if the crowd gets any bigger, Speed could be arrested. If his bodyguard doesn't step in there, the stream doesn't end with a goodbye. It ends with Speed being taken away on camera. In Liberia, Speed isn't just walking through a crowd. He's moving through a place where curiosity, excitement, and pressure all exist at the same time. and none of them come with clear boundaries. Speed is walking, talking to chat, trying to keep the stream moving forward the way he always does. People are smiling, waving, calling his name, trying to get closer for a second on camera. And at first, it looks like the same kind of energy he's seen in a dozen other countries. But then someone steps in closer than everyone else. Not for a picture, not for a handshake. He reaches for Speed's chain. For a moment, it's hard to tell if it's a joke, a flex, or something more serious. But the second that chain gets pulled, that's when security steps in. Because he tried to steal Speed's chain, Henry pushed the guy and even some of the security to stop the situation as quickly as possible. And in situations like this, that matters, because how the first problem gets handled usually decides how the next one starts. And then, something small but meaningful to Speed disappears. His phone. The one thing that connects Speed to the chat and the rest of the world. Without it, the stream would feel robotic, with no interaction, just a guy trying to survive in a crowded place. One of his bodyguards moves fast and takes the phone from the guy who grabbed it. Still unknown who he was, Speed wasn't saved by one quick move or one strong reaction. He was saved by the people around him recognizing when something was off. Now, going back in time, specifically during the 2023 FA Cup final, Speed is in the middle of a stadium, suiii, trolling a Manchester City fan.
This guy in front of me is a Man City fan. I'm about to troll him. You don't care about Man City? Man City, Manchester is red.
At first, it seems harmless, until the guy finally snaps, and instead of responding with words, he slaps Speed's phone. That's when his bodyguard immediately goes after the attacker and starts defending Speed.
Hey, bro. Bro. What the fuck? Yo.
Because in moments like that, all it takes is something small to turn into something much bigger. But even that doesn't compare to what happens in Norway. Speed is trapped inside a building while a massive crowd waits outside, screaming for him. Even with police there, it doesn't look like anyone really has control of the situation.
And the cops are like, bro, the cops are just looking, bro. They're literally right there. The cops are right there, bro. You see them?
He can't even step outside without getting swarmed, and it gets worse. While trying to entertain the crowd and the stream, Speed injures his ankle and can't walk.
I gotta at least do one suiii in Norway. Let's do one suiii. Chat, y'all ready for this? Oh, that was so fire! I think I just broke my ankle.
So his bodyguard has to carry him out. The moment they step outside, fans rush him.
Hey, give me back!
People are jumping on Speed, pulling his hair, grabbing at him. And in that chaos, the only way out is pushing Speed into the car as fast as possible before he gets pulled back into the crowd. And after everything you've seen, the crowds, the chaos in the streets, something else starts to stand out. Not every save happens in public. Sometimes the moment doesn't fall apart in front of a camera. It falls apart quietly. During Speed's long IRL tour across the US, the pace never really slowed down. New cities, new faces, long streams, constant energy. From the outside, it all looked like momentum. But Rudiger started to notice something different. Not in the crowd, in Speed himself. The way his voice dropped, his reactions got slower, the smile stayed, but the energy behind it didn't.
What?
You're tired.
How?
Look at your face. Look.
And instead of waiting for something to go wrong, Rudiger stepped in.
Chat, look at him.
Am I tired?
The man is tired. Look at his eyes.
Am I tired?
Just don't let the smile fool you.
I'm not tired.
The eyes don't lie.
Not to pull Speed away from a fan, not to block a camera, but to tell him and the chat that it was time to rest.
Chad, do I look tired?
Tired. Look in the camera.
He's
tired.
You see that? Duh.
Lying to yourself.
I'm not though.
Because sometimes the pressure doesn't come from people around you. It comes from the people watching you. And saying slow down in front of a live audience isn't easy, but he said it anyway. This is the part of streaming most people don't notice. The moments that don't go viral. The ones where nothing actually happens because someone made sure it didn't. While everyone's watching the content, they're watching Speed. How he moves, when his energy drops, or when a situation stops being fun and starts becoming something else.